Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday Brunch Club presents Utharian Legends. We're here for episode 3, and we couldn't be happier to be here. I do want to go ahead and start at the very beginning and let folks know we are having a little bit of technical difficulties with our Idle Champions code. We're working on it. If we get it, we will absolutely put it out there. If we don't, then just tune in for D4 tonight and get your chest that way. It'll be fine. There are lots of chests. And I say that without even the slightest bit of innuendo. We're going to go around the group here and introduce everybody, and then we are going to kick ourselves off for episode 3. Speaking of Idle Champions, why don't we start with the illustrious and fantastic RoboGoblin?
And me, RoboGoblin. Welcome to the Idle Champions Corner. Hey, Idle Champions Corner. I don't know what to say about this. They're having like the new weekend where they have Gasrick and Dahani from Rivals of Waterdeep. So go check that out. I also, and this is a secret, not really much a secret, but so you're ready? You're all ready? Yeah, you're ready. Turns out that if you suggest characters for Idle Champions, if a lot of people say that they want to see a certain character from a show, you can suggest that under Discord, and I don't know, maybe they're gonna add that character to the game. I don't know. I'm just saying it's pretty cool, and maybe a character from Utharian Legends could be there. I don't know. Just saying. Just suggest that they have a wonderful Discord and they have a wonderful community, which I'm part of it. And I don't know. That's Idle Champions Corner for me. Back to you.
Let's go ahead and go with the illustrious Finn Archer next.
Oh, hi, hello. It is me, Finnegan Archer, the Bloodhaven Bard, doing things with style and living extra hard. I don't know what kind of bars I'm trying to drop this morning, but that was the attempt. In any case, thank you for joining us this morning. We are gearing up for more What Streams May Come that we host on the Chaotic Tiefling Twitch. So be on the lookout. The announcement has dropped that we will be doing our first ever non-Shakespeare show on What Streams May Come, because we've ran out of, we didn't run out of Shakespeare. There's lots of Shakespeare. We run out of Shakespeare that we felt we wanted to do next. So we're like, we could just like slog through some of this, or we could go do a classic by Moliere. Tartuffe is where we will be going next. So please be on the lookout for casting emails this week, those of you that play along with us. And if you don't play along with us, you just come for the shenanigans. Be there Saturday evening, May 14th.
Miss Barbara, why don't you go next?
Oh, hello, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Babs Bat. I am playing your adorable Echo Knight Tiefling, Tish, who is totally secretly not a dragon.
And at least currently not evil.
Yes.
Ooh.
Currently. Unlike someone's alternate timeline that I have no, I don't know what word I'm looking for. I had no input on that. Don't you ruin my baby. Don't do it.
It's an alternate timeline for a reason.
Yes.
People get ruined all the time.
No. But that's it for me.
Gloriosa.
It's my headcanon that everyone else has gone dark and Gloriosa ran away with the egg to go raise it off on her own away from everybody else. Gloriosa, I am Blaze of Gloriosa, or Trieste. I will be playing Gloriosa, who is our artificer, however you prefer to say it. Half elf, breaker of things, wannabe mother of dragons. That's about it for me, honestly.
And in the middle of this Brady Bunch-esque bit, Miss Jessica.
Hi, everyone. I am Jessica Skellington. Not Dark Ulma today, because yes, I have seen what happened. And yeah, it's a conversation for another time.
We should
So
have
glad
that
that-
We
conversation.
don't want it.
So glad that you guys have joined us today. You can find me on the interwebs at Jessica Skell, at Jessica Skellington, also on whatstrange.com and on ATL by night every now and again.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this. We're going to go ahead and jump right into the adventure. So as morning rises, mostly in the chancel at the moment, everyone has had a bit of a snippet of dream. Not anything particularly emotional, but just the image of leather boots running through an alley, hitting the occasional puddle and splashing water. Just a tiny itty bitty snippet. The morning comes to the chancel, as it so often does, with a brilliantly clear sky and the sound of birds and animals waking up and greeting the dawn. There they are. And most that are in the chancel will be woken by the smells of breakfast and coffee. For Alma and Gloriosa, are you staying in Dawn's Harbor overnight at any point during your preparations, or are you making just day trips, basically?
I'm doing what Alma does.
I have a feeling just because time is of the essence, we were just doing a day trip, so going down there, getting what we needed, and then heading back to the chancel.
All right. Well, then everyone will have some delicious smells waking them up. You can smell eggs, what is no doubt some sort of bread with honey. Obviously, a nice strong pot of coffee. And there's at least a little bit of sort of buzz around the town that there are preparations being made by a number of people as one of the inevitable trade caravans is getting ready to make its way south. These caravans leave pretty frequently from the chancel. Anytime that there's a harvest that goes through, the chancel provides a lot of foodstuffs to the rest of the continent. And so they send these caravans pretty regularly. They'll stop at the keep and drop off supplies for the soldiery there. And then they head generally down to Laketown to make any sales. And from there, the goods travel throughout the continent. Bruce is actually sequestered up in his study this morning. He's been going through and working on something as far as that goes. So the food is set out for all of you, but there's not another individual there serving it, so to speak. So who is first to rise?
Do I get I'm just going to go on a limb here. Based on the snippet of a dream that you said we might have experienced last night, would that give Robin any reason to wake up feeling completely exhausted? Is that boots?
No, the boots definitely look familiar They're the sort of boots that, well, they're not a pair you own. They're not recognizable in that sense.
Got it.
They definitely look like the sort that you'd have picked up in a shop at some point. Like, oh, those look like the kind of boots that I would buy.
Oh, but they weren't obviously like red shinies.
No.
Is that for all of us, or
Yes,
like
everyone had that little snippet of dream.
Okay, but like, do they look? We don't
No,
all
they-
have the same style.
They
look like
they
Robin
look like
style?
Robin style.
Okay, all right.
Huh. Okay. Well, then Robin wakes up feeling very like weirdly exhausted by that dream and its thoughts. But what else is new? He's starting to kind of fall into a pattern of sleep deprivation and restlessness. We're all basically lodgers in Bruce's home at this point, correct?
Pretty much.
And did we establish that we have our own private rooms? Because like the last time I checked, there was like a convalescent room where that Robin was sharing with Robo. Are we still bunking like roomies? Or Robin was sharing with Lunez. Are we still
Who?
bunking? Yeah. and what's that about? I don't even know who that is.
There are several guest rooms that are available. So yes, everyone can have their own room. Bruce has a relatively large home that is often used to sort of entertain guests, as there's not really an inn, so to speak, in the town. Generally, most people go as far as the keep, and that's about it, unless they are actually, residents of the town or have some specific business there. It's not like a shopping mecca or anything that would bring sort of outsiders there very often.
Okay, well, sorry to ask so many expeditional background questions before saying that, yeah, Robin will wake up feeling kind of exhausted. He'd look around his room, find out that there's no one in there with him, which is weird because his last exhausted memory was Tish keeping him company as he kept poring over this and that and the other in the books that he still got stacked up next to his bed.
Tish is nowhere to be found.
That's not surprising, even a little bit. Which Robin will, shrug and go, well, that at least tracks. And he's actually going to, instead of going downstairs to breakfast, he is going to try to go make a stop to see Bruce before he goes to eat.
Okay. As I mentioned, Bruce is in his study. It's not locked and barred or anything. It's just he's closed up there and he's working on something, but he'll call for Robin to come in when he knocks on the door.
All right. So Robin will enter. Bruce, sir, I don't know. Are there titles that you like? Dragons, you got like your eminence, your hordiness, your I don't know.
Bruce is fine, Robin, I promise.
Okay, thank you. But I just wanted to first say thank you for everything you've done for us, for our family. And if I may, we haven't had many chances to talk, you and I just wanted to ask, it's been in my mind for a while. You and Tish both live in hiding. Were you aware of each other before now? Do dragons know each other by sight?
Not by sight, no. Generally speaking, most dragons, certainly metallic dragons, tend to keep that side of themselves more quiet, in favor of experiencing the world the way that more mortals do. That said, Tish and I had worked together in the past, and I had suspicions. They are younger and therefore more headstrong when it comes to a lot of things. So it is not impossible to make certain educated guesses, but I did not know for certain.
Do you, if it's not an invasion to ask, how many of you are left? How many of you are out there? How many do you know here?
I know several. There have been more than a few that have revealed themselves to me over the years. That said, how many there are, I don't know that any other than Agaris knows for sure, but there are certainly several dozen maybe over the course of the world. It's difficult to tell who remains and who doesn't as far as that goes.
We seem to be headed towards Lumia currently, and then maybe the desert. Do you have any kin that you know of there that might be of help to us? And if it's an imposition for you to reveal them to us, that's fine. We can make our own connections, but is there some way we could know where allies are if so many of our allies are in hiding even from us?
Well, as far as allies go, I can certainly give you some names of individuals that can be of assistance to you in Lumia. I don't know whether any of them are actually dragons or not, but certainly several of them are good individuals nevertheless and will be helpful. Ingrel is probably the one that I would go to see first and foremost. I believe you've already met her some time ago.
I did like her style.
But there are also a few others, and I can give you a list of names as far as individuals that you might look up when you are in Lumia.
Well, if Ingrel is a good contact and she would know how to get in touch with other friendly faces,
she's very well connected.
Then for networking purposes, probably best to make one contact than run down several at the moment. But is there any trick to knowing a dragon? So far I've been taken in by one and nearly killed by another, neither of which I saw coming as a dragon.
I think the most reliable way to tell if an individual is a dragon is probably the wings and scales, and breathing some sort of energy from their mouth. Past that,
you're good. You are good. You know what? Everyone expects it from me, but when you dish it out, it really is a surprise. That's good. That's good timing. Hats off, Bruce.
For what it is worth, I know that there are metallics in Lumia. I do not know where specifically they reside at this point. But I know that there is at least one. I think he's a bronze. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'd still be down there. If you meet a particularly inventive engineer who enjoys a lot of conversation, you might have one on your hands.
Do you all have any kind of sign or code word? Is there a way to say, it's okay, I'm good, please talk to me, dragon person? Are you? Is you? It'd be okay? Like something that wouldn't tip people off that I'm looking for dragons, but also a dragon would go, okay, this guy is all right. Some kind of safe signal.
Your medallions will do much to ingratiate you to other metallics, knowing that only those of some vetting process receives such tokens. Beyond that, everyone is very secretive as far as that goes. So no two are going to respond to the same sort of thing.
Okay then. Well, thank you. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. I just wanted to know before we set out how to make this journey less dark and alone. But speaking of alone, the child, I understand they're in your care now.
I am aware of where they are at the moment, but yes.
But you will make sure they're cared for.
Of course.
They
And
are your
educated
pride.
as best I can and given as much freedom to choose their path as they wish.
Good. Okay. Good. Well, that's all we need to know, that they're well and with their own kind. Well, again, thank you, Bruce. I think I'm gonna go actually eat something because human, and then we'll hopefully not bring war to your doorstep again if we can help it.
In your defense, the war would have come one way or another, whether it was on your backs or on another's. I do not in any way, shape, or form put blame on your shoulders for it. The actions of others are theirs to bear, not yours.
Right. Well, I'll send you when I can, and you know how to reach me if there's something we need to know.
Of course. For what it is worth, I think you will likely have passed through Laketown before it occurs, but know that Ingrel may or may not be out of town when you reach Lumia, so you may have to give her a few days when you get there.
Certainly.
She's likely to be at this summit.
Summit.
Queen Calliope has called a summit of the powers of Utharia to discuss the dragon problem. So I would be unsurprised if Ingrel is called upon as an ambassador to said summit.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Certainly. All right. Well, thank you. That's good to know. Wow. All right then. I will take my leave of you, and thank you again. Robin is very flustered as he walks out the room. In fact, is there a convenient place for him to cast sending very quickly between the room and
right outside the room, there's a
All right.
hallway. There's nobody standing there.
Okay, well then he definitely pulls out his lute and immediately casts sending straight to Calliope.
Okay.
All right, composing it off the top of his head. 25 words. Heard about the summit? So many leaders in one place. Triple security. This is a dragon target. I yield the remainder of my sending.
I'm totally writing. I yield the remainder of my sending in your sending, by the way. All right. I will send that off to Her Highness.
You should have put say hi to the princess or something like that.
Oh man, that would have been a good send off, but he's just he's so his instant thing was his first reaction is, "What the fuck is she thinking?" And the second one, like, and then he kind of like reins himself in and goes, "Nope, trust her. She's the queen. It's her city, not yours. Just warn her. That's it. Just warn her." So, for what it's worth, Robin has cast sending to warn Calliope in case she has not thought of it already. This is 100% a trap if I've ever seen one, or a good spot for the dragons to sneak in. So triple that security.
Oh, sure. Well, for what it is worth, it won't be in Dawn's Harbor, at least.
Does he get a response?
Not an immediate one.
Sure. Then Robin will head off to eat his breakfast.
All right, so who is next to wake up in Casa de Bruce?
Probably Glory, because I think Gloriosa is actually the earliest riser of the group, sort of. So we've been sleeping in like rooms and not like crashing out on like a cot in the library or something,
yes,
right?
There are guest rooms.
That's good. So Gloriosa is going to follow the smell of coffee because in theory we came back last night from our outing.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to sit down at the table, pour herself some coffee, and sit down and like write every detail that she remembers about the dream, like how big the boots were, what color the cobblestones were, like all of those details that might lend themselves to a memory.
Okay.
And is going to sort of quietly do that, I guess, until somebody else wakes up or Robin comes down.
Okay.
Unless somebody beats him there, Robin will end up in the kitchen taking a seat next to Glory. Does anybody beat him there, we think?
I'm asleep at the on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
With
Always.
Orion. Yep.
I forgot about Orion.
Where's Orion? Hey!
The Return of the King. Orion is back.
I love it so
But yeah, Robin, if you're making notes about your dream, Robin might actually look over and see what you're writing and go, "What kind of story are you writing?"
So when Robin sits down, Glorios is going to go ahead and like put her arm around him, like squeeze him in like a half hug, and then sort of look down when he asks about her writing. And I don't know, it was just this really, it was both vivid and vague. It was this weird, and you know, we've all been communicated with by the gods through dreams, I guess. And I just thought it was a good idea to maybe keep a journal of it or write it down.
It's really funny because I had a dream that somebody was running through the streets and splashing around in puddles.
That's interesting.
But then again, I'm dogged by a goddess of chaos, so who knows what she's fractured and splintered in my head.
I think you're stronger than her for what it's worth.
I like the vote of confidence. You haven't met her.
No, I mean it. I'm not patronizing you or anything. I think that you are stronger than you give yourself credit for. I think you're smart and keen, and you seem really worried about her, but I think you're strong enough to withstand a lot more than you think.
I ever fall behind somebody in planning, I tend to be able to catch up with a few steps. I've got to admit, Talia had me, but I catch up. I keep feeling like I'm behind with these gods, and it does not make me happy.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you weren't really paying attention to plans with Talia. You were kind of paying attention to like other stuff.
That's fair, and I always admitted to myself that might be what destroys me in the end. But you've got to admit it. You're gonna have to go sometime. That's
It's
one
true.
way to go.
I mean, what a way to go. Are your exes exclusively dragons, by the way, or is that a recent trend?
This is the first confirmed draconic rendezvous I can boast of. Do you think I would not have talked about in any of my dalliances? Do you think I would not have brought up that one or more had been a dragon had I known it?
I don't know. You kind of like, you have this in between thing. I mean, you're always like, a gentleman doesn't kiss and tell, but then you tell anyway, but then sometimes you don't tell all of the stuff.
I do say that a gentleman doesn't kiss and tell, but then I admit that I never claimed to be one. So my point still stands. In any case,
I'm glad you're feeling more like yourself. You sound more like yourself.
well, I'm trying to be more myself, at least for you guys, for you all. I need to be here if only I can be here for you. So to the one that wrecks the plan and to the one that wrecks their shit, let's hit the road.
That means we should probably wake up Lunas because otherwise, you know, he'll sleep until like 3.
Just jealous of Moonchild.
His world happens at night. Can't blame him.
Very true. Well, I suppose I'd kind of like to finish eating before I fetch him.
Yeah. I already had some breakfast. I mean, after yesterday, we should probably let Alma sleep a little bit because we had a lot of like running around and stuff. So I'm gonna go fetch Lunas and start the process of him becoming a daytime person.
Fantastic.
The perk of being an Eladrin, she doesn't really sleep, she just meditates.
Yeah, I almost forgot. I didn't want to like stop you mid-sentence, but like, Alma doesn't sleep, she wakes.
She just sits there.
So, as Gloriosa is going outside to fetch Lunas, and Robin's hanging in the kitchen, you see this small silver dragon like dive bomb out of the sky, and like as they near the ground, instant transformation, and before you is Tish.
I imagine with a superhero landing, like the 3-point stance sort of thing.
Wait.
Yeah.
I gotta get an idea of this because I really thought that young dragons were still like at least medium or large, right?
Yeah, when
I'm like 10 feet long in length.
that's a large creature.
Yeah, that's small compared to an ancient dragon.
You are horse-sized as a dragon.
I am, as Strike so hilariously pointed out in the Zoom chat, I am basically Spyro. And I don't know how to feel about that. But
Hey, don't underestimate that dragon.
I don't. I love Spyro.
Yeah.
But still. And you see this like look of just giddy excitement on her face, which is really weird because she's normally more, or they're normally
really
more stoic. Yeah. And as soon as Tish sees you, they go, Glory, where is everyone?
So this dragon is coming at Glory, and has Glory seen Tish's dragon form? Like, I mean, there was in the palace.
I was going to say in the palace,
Okay.
everybody saw it.
Yes.
So not a very good. So basically, Glory is like stepping outside, and there's a freaking dragon coming toward her. And she's like, I'm sure Robin hears like the scream. Like, I don't think there's even words. I think it's just like, ah! And then there's the transformation.
Yeah, because Tish is basically just dive bombing.
Hi, Tish. Good morning.
Good morning.
Uh,
Are you okay?
It's just a little early.
Well, where is everyone? Because we have things.
You do?
Yes,
Are they good things?
of course. Why would we give you something bad?
Well, no, it's just there's a lot of anyway. I'm going to Lunas is
Oh yes, he's on the roof.
yeah.
I don't know if he saw us, but
Orion did, and is sort of perked up, sort of watching over the lip of the roof while Lunas is sleeping.
So Gloriosa looks up and there's these little bunny eyes, and she's just like, "Oh my god!"
Little bunny eyes and a big horn.
In theory, could a familiar like work as a weird alarm clock because they have the telepathic
be.
link? Could they telepathically wake up their?
I'm sure Orion could wake up Lunas.
Got it.
But Orion knows when Lunas went to sleep, so Orion is being at least a little nice.
I thought the only thing that woke up Lunez was him falling off a roof.
Yep.
Just about.
well, I mean, also Gloriosa did just like squeal in terror.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
true.
probably. Whoa. What?
Tish is here.
Lunas, we have things. Come downstairs.
Thanks. All right. And I jump over the roof downstairs.
And you see Tish kind of like skip excitedly into Bruce's house.
And I just fall down and say to Gloriosa, I've actually never seen Tish this excited.
Me either. It's a little creepy.
It's not creepy.
It's a little weird.
I like them like that. I mean,
It's good. I like it. How much do you want to bet that they keep it up?
I mean, it's up to them, but right now, let's just enjoy the moment. And I go hurriedly inside with Orion and just, what's up, Tish?
Lunas. Good morning, Orion.
Following after
Good
Lunas
morning.
at a slightly less bouncy pace.
And Tish like bounds into the kitchen and like rushes over, gives Robin like a little peck on the cheek and says, "Good morning, Robin. How are you?"
Awake, alive, and oddly confused. What did you find?
I have things. We have things. We have things for all of you.
And you found them where?
They were just things that we had.
Oh,
And nobody died in the acquisition.
Never.
Don't lie.
It's not really anyone's business. Like if there was a
Not in the
killing, I
acquisition of
don't
these
want to
items.
hear about.
Okay, see,
Yeah.
Don't tell me never. I'll believe you if you found these without having to kill somebody, but I know you well enough that sometimes people die when you find things.
Robin, you have walked through the city streets with us, and you know we like to shop.
Well, they're going at this. I'm just gonna go.
But that's not where I got this stuff.
I'm just gonna go upstairs and say, Alma, Tish has things.
Who did she kill?
I don't know.
I'm on my way.
Okay.
And Alma will make her way down to where everyone else is at.
And
Tish?
as soon as everyone is like in the kitchen, Tish will be like, please, everyone sit down.
And I sit down.
We have things for you all.
So Glorious is going to kind of move the breakfast a little bit to the side so that there's room on the table. Okay.
So we've never really had friends or family, especially ones that knew us completely. And since we are about to go off and do things together, we thought it might be a good idea to give you all some things.
Oh? You don't have to do that. You know that, right?
Well, we find a lot of joy in the little things, and they're not doing anyone any good back in our horde. So we went last night and got them.
That's so nice.
You brought things out of your horde?
Yes.
I need to learn so much about dragons.
I don't know that you do.
But we picked a little something for each of you.
That's really
And
sweet.
she'll grab their bag and set it on the table. And the first thing they pull out is just a really, it somewhat looks ornate, but it's a very short iron rod. And Tish looks at Glory and says, "We've heard lots of wonderful things about this. And we figured that you would find really good uses for it because you like to make things. And you're creative." And Tish hands you an immovable rod.
Oh my god!
Thank you.
And then Tish looks at Lunas and pulls out a little pouch and goes, "This may not look like much, but you make the best cookies ever, and we have had this, and we figured you could figure out a really fun use for it. And your cooking is really yummy."
Thank you.
And Tish hands you a Heward's Handy Spice Pouch.
A Hero's Handy Spice Pouch. What is that? What is that? What is that?
So basically, this belt pouch appears empty and has 10 charges. While holding the pouch, you can use an action to expend one of its charges, speak the name of any non-magical food seasoning, such as salt, pepper, saffron, or cilantro. Remove a pinch of the desired seasoning from the pouch. A pinch is enough to season a single meal. The pouch regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have so much fun with this. Oh, thank you, Tish.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. This is really nice.
Again, what use do we have for it?
I don't know, but
And what fun is a hoard when you can't at least share it with people sometimes? Plus, you all have such fun things. I like to collect them.
Oh, you like to collect stuff? What kind of things do you like to collect? Shiny stuff?
Yes, definitely shiny stuff.
Shiny stuff. Okay.
Stuff that has stories attached to it.
Stories attached to them. Okay.
Stuff that looks cool.
Stuff that looks cool. And I'm just writing stuff up in my little notebook. And okay.
And then Tish turns to Alma and goes, so since we're going out on the road, I figured this would be really, really, really handy for you. And because I know we've known each other a long time, and I know that the one thing about you is that you really like your coffee and that you don't like to go without your coffee, even though that stuff is really gross. But
You're gross.
no.
Just kidding. It's a joke. You can laugh.
Huh.
There you go.
Anyways, and Tish pulls out a bottle and hands you a bottle of Boundless coffee.
Oh my gosh.
You remembered.
Of course.
Thank you.
And we also saw how unhappy you were to have people in your coffee.
Yeah, did not enjoy that. Gloriosa, if you could tell your goddess never do that again, I would gladly appreciate it. It threw off the taste of my coffee.
I'm so sorry about that.
But just the one thing we know about this is just make sure you wish for the coffee really hard, because sometimes it just doesn't dispense it.
I got that.
But we figured that you would really enjoy having endless coffee on the road.
Absolutely. Thank you very, very much, Tish. I appreciate it.
And then Tish turns to Robin and says, you always seem to be so concerned about staying in touch with people.
Helps to stay informed.
Of course. And so we figured we'd give you something to help with that. And Tish pulls out a pair of sending stones and hands them to you.
Whoa. Okay. Wait a minute.
So these you give one to somebody, and then you keep the other, and then you can just like talk to each other while you walk and talk. Kind of like
Walking and talking?
yes.
I can get
As
a
you
walk
look
and
at the
talk.
stones, there's a tiny cat paw print in the corner of each one.
That's too good. Oh. Okay. Well then,
But choose very carefully who you give the other one to.
right.
But now you don't have to use a spell for someone.
You sure you don't want to keep one of them?
They're for you. You get to choose who the other one is for.
Well, you're here now. Just don't run off again without giving me a chance to share, okay?
We told you we were leaving.
I know. Just you don't always. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
And so Robin will, well, thank you. This will help a lot, I'm sure. Thanks, Tish. And he just kind of puts them to the side.
And then she just sits down at the table. And so what's the plan?
Yeah. I think we're going to Laketown, right?
Laketown is lovely.
I think we need to meet the caravan that's headed out, correct? I think the trade-off is passage for protection.
Yeah, and we're going to Lumia to find one of the artifacts. Right?
Yes, actually, Bruce gave me a few contacts there that we could probably look into to see if anyone knows anything about this. What was it? End of the spear?
Yeah.
Tip of the spear.
Is it tip or it was tip or end of the spear?
Same diff.
Something spear. Okay, got it. Yeah, so we're supposed to go.
They're using a cipher, so.
We're supposed to go to Lumia to find one of the artifacts, and I don't know. We probably should find out when is the next shipment or how to travel there, and how are there transport to Laketown first strike, or how does
So
it
there
work?
are regularly caravans that depart the chancel that head down to Laketown. There's one that's leaving today, later on this afternoon, actually. As far as transport from Laketown to other places, there are merchants and trade caravans that go all over, and certainly to Lumia, as well as Nibiru and other locations from there. You can also probably purchase private conveyance in Laketown if you preferred to, get some horses and go on your own, or a wagon or something like that. Also just walk, there's a road.
Yeah, we're not gonna walk all the way there, I think.
While Robin and Lunez are discussing the plan and stuff, Glorious is just sort of playing with the rod and letting it hover in front of her, and then turning it and hovering it in front of her again, and just literally trying to get used to how it works, but totally fidgeting with this rod while they're talking the plan.
Fidgeting, yeah, that sounds fun. But yes, so and we know that the one of the caravans here is leaving later this afternoon, right? That's right.
Mhm.
Okay. So I heard that one of the caravans is leaving later this afternoon. So we probably should pack if we have stuff, or get the equipment we actually need. Is everybody ready for that?
I'm guessing that the Don's Harbor landing party brought back all the stuff that we requested when we sent them.
Yes, at this point, between Glory and Alma and what is doubtless a couple of different trips, all of the items that you've requested from your gear in Don's Harbor has been transported.
All right, then I'll say, of course. Well, then let me run and get dressed, and then we will. I'll be back with my gear.
Okay. Is there something anybody else needs to do? I do have to send a letter to my parents. They're gonna kill me if I don't.
You said, does anyone have any paper? Is that what you asked?
No, is anybody? I mean, I need to go to town to send that letter. If anybody wants to go and get some stuff and buy some things, we can go.
I think I'm good. I'll just I'll go get ready.
Okay. Okay. So I'll just go to town. Anybody else wants to go? No? Okay. I'll just go.
I'll go with you.
All right.
Oh, can we go too?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Alma, you're staying here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And
Alma,
Let's go.
are you okay?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna test out
Do you need more
this
coffee?
bottle and, see if I can figure out my homebrew.
oh.
Can you use it to make coffee specific the way you like it?
I don't know. That's what I'm gonna
Oh.
try. Make it homebrew
Well-
coffee.
Well, you're very magical. If anyone can figure it out, it's you. So
If I can't figure it out, I'll ask Bruce. I'm sure he's got some tricks up his sleeve somewhere.
probably. He's very smart.
So as they're like walking toward town, by the way, Glorious is gonna look at Tish and be like, "Is it true that you like sat on Sobis,
What?
Who?
the Dragonborn?"
Oh, I know. We know who Sobus is. What are you saying? What?
Alma mentioned like a thing that had happened, and I need to hear more of the story. I need it.
Oh, you're referring to the time that we tackled Sobus and sat on him.
Yes, I absolutely am.
Yes. Sobus misbehaved.
Wait, what?
We had to stop him.
What? When did this happen?
so-
Yeah, I need more detail than I can get from Alma. So Tish,
This
spill.
was right when Sobus found out that that really mean guy that used to control him and he was a slave to, that he was coming to Dawn's Harbor. And remember when Sobus was all like being stubborn and was like, I'm just gonna go stand at the docks and wait.
Oh.
And we had other things to do and we needed Zobus, and it wasn't the boat wasn't gonna be here for like 2 or 3 more days. And so we tried to get Zobus to listen to us and he didn't. And so I ran up behind him and I tackled him to the ground, and then Alma and I sat on him
Oh.
to get him
Okay.
to listen.
The amount of money I would pay, and this is in character. This is Glory speaking. The amount of money that I would pay to have seen that is obscene.
It was kind of fun.
Speaking of money, can I borrow some couple of gold, please, Gloriosa?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you. And I'll just find a D&D equivalent of the post office.
There is a messenger station.
Okay.
It's actually not uncommon for folks in the chancel to send letters, so there are messengers who regularly will go with caravans down to the keep and beyond as far as carrying messages go.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just write a letter to my parents and say that I'm okay, that I hope they're okay right now, and I'm still doing adventure stuff, and they shouldn't worry, and I'll talk to them later. But just
Okay.
checking in, yeah. And I'm sending, I don't know, like a like a souvenir from here to my parents, like a I don't know, like a cap, a hat or something,
Okay.
and to include that in the package and everything. And then I'll go out to my friends and see where they want to go. So, okay, yeah, I got the letter sent to my parents. I hope they don't kill me because it's been a while. But, do y'all need to go somewhere else?
Well, if we're in town, we kind of want to look around.
Oh, might be in the yes. All right, let's go find stuff. And we'll just walk around and see what pops in and go into shops, mysterious shops, magic shops. Do they have magic shops here?
They don't have a magic shop. There's a town square where there are sort of market stalls, but there's not a specific magic one here. It's not a big demand for most of the folks in the chancel.
Okay. I do want to see if they have Pearl of Power.
I feel like this is just about to turn into a montage a la The Little Mermaid, except it's not Ariel going through town for her first day. It's just Tish.
Let me take a look.
Headcanon, Lunas is now Ariel.
Look at this stuff. Isn't it?
Okay. That is uncommon. Let's see. Give me a D100.
A D100? This is a D. Okay. That's oh wait. Oh, okay. That's a 60.
So there is a vendor that is sort of selling all sorts of trinkets, and they do happen to have a pearl that looks to be about what you're looking at.
Okay.
Let me get you a price for it. Now, it will be more expensive as most magical goods in the chancel cost considerably more just because they don't come up that
In
far
this
north
economy?
very often.
Wow. Okay.
Let's see here.
And I'm just walking around. Gloriosa, I think that's a pearl of power. I need one of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Here?
I don't know. And I just pick it up and see how much does it cost from at the bottom or
The vendor will sort of look at you and smile and goes, I see, a spellcaster, are you?
I am.
I haven't gotten a lot of demand for this, so I could probably part with it for 800 gold pieces.
800 for a
We know
pearl
what
of power.
it does, don't we?
Yeah, but that's a lot for a pearl of power. I've seen it for less than that, but I don't know.
Will you price match?
Will you price match? I've seen it at Walmart at 300.
I mean, if you can find another vendor up here that has one and is looking to sell it for less, then I'm certain we can haggle.
You make a great point, oh merchant one. I don't have the. Can we, Gloriosa? Can we spend?
Lunas, I don't think we have that kind of money.
We don't have the. Okay, we don't have that kind of money right now. Would you be interested in a trade?
What would you like to trade?
My scimitar.
Is it a magical scimitar?
It's a very cool scimitar that it was made in the Druid lands, and it's one of a kind because it was made there while I was there, and has this cool magic. Well, it kind of looks like stars all over the hand here and the handheld, and it has like this cool constellation around this blade and stuff.
Does it have an enchantment or anything with it?
Not really, no.
Okay. Well, I tell you what,
Oh,
I'm certainly willing to take trade goods as well.
mm-hmm.
I could not. I'll be generous and say 50 gold pieces off of the price for the scimitar.
Oh my
Glorious is
God.
gonna nudge Lunas and cast message and tell him, just buy one in Laketown. And then out loud she says, give him a cookie.
How about a cookie?
I
And
mean,
I offer a cookie.
sure.
Just try it.
He'll take a bite and sort of nod approvingly. This is a very good cookie.
Good cookie.
Are you
Okay.
looking to trade the bag of cookies?
No, I mean no.
We should just go talk it over with our friends,
Okay.
which is something you've never heard before, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to our friends and then we'll come back and see more. Thank you, Merchant One.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Holy shit, that's a lot for a pearl of
That's
power.
a lot of money. It's so much money.
I,
Let's see if there's anything else that we need before we leave here, and then we should head out to Laketown.
okay. I'll just get like a couple of snacks for like I don't know, special granola bars, or I'm gonna get more honey sticks.
Ooh, I wonder how Alma liked that, but Alma doesn't drink tea anymore. I feel like I've got everyone's drink preferences like all messed up.
Messed up. I do believe that Alma really likes her coffee.
She does. I thought she liked tea too, but whatevs. Also, I think we're low on healing potions, so
Oh, good point.
I'm just kind of rummaging through my bag right now and trying to see. GM, is there a place where we can? Did we just leave the place where we get healing potions?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Glorious is gonna turn right back around and be like, you know what? Actually, can I see your healing potions, please? How much do you charge for them?
Certainly. Is there a potency that you were looking for?
That depends on the potency of the price.
Well, as with most magical gear, and honestly, most magical healing in particular, especially this far north, I only have a couple. I could probably let a couple of healing potions go for, say, 85.
Do you have like a variety pack?
Let me see what I can find in the back. And he sort of turns around for a moment
The
and
starter
just
pack.
stands dead straight, and then turns around and goes, I've got 3 basic healing potions, and I have 1 superior healing potion.
And it's 80 for that?
It's 80 for a basic healing potion.
Okay. Okay.
We actually do kind of need the.
Yeah, we do actually kind of need the healing potions.
But and over my mind, telepathy. Maybe we should get those 2 at Laketown.
All right. And then how much is the other one?
The greater healing potion.
Yeah.
I could probably let that go for about 250.
Fuck. Is this Disneyland?
How about can I give you math? How about 200 for the 3 basic ones?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh. Never mind.
16.
I could do 220.
What if we give you 200 and a whole handful of cookies, as much as you can pull out of the bag?
Deal.
Perfect.
How many cookies?
I'm gonna hold my hand out to shake.
He'll offer his hand and shake.
Mm-hmm.
Lunas, can you actually pull more than one cookie out of the bag at once?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many?
Can you just kind of let them?
Okay. I just open the bag right on the counter. I'm trying to reach up and just open the bag, and like a bunch of them come out.
He'll sort of smile and take one and take a bite, and then slide the 3 basic healing potions across the table.
Thank you so much. Scoop. Okay. All right. Now we're good. Now I think we're good.
Yep. Thank you. Oh, wait. Tish, do you actually need something?
Oh,
Here?
God. I
Oh,
forgot
Tish
Tish was
isn't-
with us. Sorry.
Tish isn't near you. You look around and Tish is like 3 booths down talking to some like old lady
Oh my god.
and just looking fascinated.
Where's Tish? Right. Actually, I just say, Tish, do you need some? Where's Tish?
Tish, give me a D10.
A D10.
Yep.
Okay. A 6.
Okay. And give me a D100.
Oh no, they found a fortune teller.
69. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. So the particular item that has caught your eye is a locket that has inside it a lock of hair from a changeling that is constantly shifting and almost iridescent in color, because now that it is no longer attached to an individual, it's sort of not sure what to be.
Oh, this is beautiful. Are you sure you would like to part with something so precious?
The shopkeeper sort of smiles softly and says, one of the best parts of having trinkets is seeing them travel around. If they just stay in one place, then nothing happens.
We wholeheartedly agree. And is there any sort of story that goes with this locket?
Well,
It had
as
to-
I
it had to be
understand
important
it,
to someone.
it was a lover's token that was given by someone who wanted their companion to always remember them when they left.
Aw. Well, we will take this so that those lovers are always remembered.
I hope it sees you well.
Thank you. And how much is the trinket?
The trinket is actually, the shopkeeper will hand it to you as a fellow appreciator of trinkets, gratis.
Aw. Are you sure
Aw.
you would not like a little something?
If you have another trinket that you are willing to part with, I would happily trade it and continue to pass it along in kind.
Tish will pull out a little pouch. Actually, Tish will reach to the bottom of their armor and will pluck a single scale off of it and will hand it to the merchant and will say, this, it's not much, but it comes from someone very special to me. And we would like for you to have it for good luck.
Well, thank you very much. I hope that the locket serves you well.
Thank you. Yep, and Tish handed over one of their silver dragon scales because their scale mail armor is made out of their scales.
Oh,
That they've shed.
Badass.
Yeah.
That is super badass. I love that.
Yeah. Before we actually leave the magic shop, I do want to look for a small storybook that contains a lot of stories from different adventures and adventurers. And maybe that is somewhat shiny, somewhat does have like a shiny looking cover or like glitter or something glittering.
The gentleman running the sort of magic curios stall doesn't have any books, but there is another merchant that does have a number of books and journals and such, some that are blank and some that are already filled in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
As soon as they get close to the stall of notebooks and stationery, Gloriosa is entranced.
Beaming with love.
Like the little heart eye emoji, that's Gloriosa as she walks into this stall of like books that have been written and books yet to be written and like all the paper and all the cover. Like Gloriosa is just like obviously in her element.
Oh, okay. So I'll just get a really cool looking, maybe shiny kind of notebook or diary. That looks kind of cool.
Are you looking for a blank one or one that's already filled in?
Blank one, actually, yeah.
Okay.
And I'll just get one of those.
Yep, they have several that are blank and ready to be filled in.
All right, I'll get one of those, and I'll just. How much is it for this one?
Do you need it with or without the pen?
Oh, a pen would be nice.
Well, with the pen,
Is it a magical pen?
no.
No.
I mean, it's a very nice pen, but it's not. It doesn't have anything particularly special about it, other than holding ink and the like.
Okay, but it's cool looking pen.
Yes, it's
Okay.
well carved. It appears to be just basic wood.
Okay, and I'll just get one of those. And I'll
I could
ask.
carve something prettier.
Really?
Glorious is like
With the pen and ink, it would come to 30 gold total.
Glorious, huh? And I just do my Luna size then, please.
I will absolutely spend every gold that we have on stationery. That's what you want.
Amazing. We shouldn't though, but and I'll just once I pay for that and all that, I'll ask Gloriosa. Gloriosa, do you have like a ribbon, or yeah? Okay.
I have a bit of like yellow ribbon in my bag back at the place.
Okay. Let's go to the. Okay, I'm done with all the shopping today. I'll go find Tish if you want to stay here.
Okay.
Actually, you shouldn't stay here because you're gonna spend all the money on stationery and stuff. So
You're not wrong.
yeah, I'll just stay here
I'll
and
Come with. I'll go look for Tish. I'll go. look for
let's go
Tish.
find
All right,
Tish,
yeah,
and we'll
that's-
go
that's
find
fine.
Tish.
What are Robin and Alma like doing while we're out shopping? Like, are they talking? Are they ignoring each other at the breakfast table? Like, did they go back to sleep? Like, or did Robin go back to sleep?
Robin's not going back to sleep, but nor is he at the breakfast table. He went upstairs to prep. Like he's 100% ready to hit the road as soon as you guys return. So he's.
I think
actually
Alma's
getting
just
himself ready.
chilling probably outside in a chair, drinking her coffee, and maybe since nobody else is around and Robin is nowhere to be found, rereading some of these letters.
All right. So the pair of Lunas and Gloriosa are quite capable of finding Tish at the sort of trinket exchange location, for lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm. A trinket location. Tish,
Hi.
what is that?
It's a trinket.
A trinket. Interesting. What is it
Yes.
about?
It's from a pair of lovers that traded this locket and so that they would be remembered. And so now we have the locket so that they'll always be remembered.
Oh, that is very lovely. It's
And
so
also we
sh-
got snacks.
Oh, awesome.
And Tish has like under their arm has like a little basket of these like breaded sticks with like salt on them, and then like the top half, some of them are brown chocolate and some of them are white chocolate.
Oh
And
my god.
Tish has a basket of chocolate covered pretzels.
Damn, that sounds so good. Oh,
now I'm
those-
hungry.
Those look so good.
Would you like one?
Oh yes,
These
please.
are our favorite.
Yes, can I get a white chocolate, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
I can tell you if you come back without any and don't give one to Alma, she's gonna be very
Oh
mad.
no, Tish
No.
will make sure that everyone gets one that wants one.
Oh, okay, we got all our stuff. Do you want to go back to Bruce's?
We're ready to go back.
Okay, let's go
Did
back.
you get everything you need?
Yes, and I'm holding a bag that I don't want you to see.
It looks like you
You know, just
found a lot of what you needed.
yes, I did.
Oh, good.
We'll go back, and once we get back, I want to say like to Gloriosa. Gloriosa, can I get the ribbon, please?
Yeah, Gloriosa is gonna go up to her stuff and pull out some of the ribbon that she likes to use for a bookmark, and like slice him off a piece of it. It's like wide, bright yellow ribbon, like very cheery.
Okay. So I'll just put the ribbon on the notebook and the pen, and I just like kind of do the thing, do a tiny little knot, and I'll just say, Tish, we got you this. We got you this. Since
You got us something?
yeah, since you got us all the stuff, I should, and I thought that we should give you something too. So we got you this notebook, and this pen, and since it doesn't have a story, I know that you like to things that have stories about them. But in this notebook, you can write your own story or whatever stories you would like.
That would definitely be a really nice way to remember everything.
Yeah, you can write all the stuff that you want to keep track of, or your own stories, or whatever stories you like. And I know it, and it kind of looks cool. So I and it's shiny. So here you go.
Well, we definitely love shiny.
Oh, I do.
But Tish will take the notebook and just kind of like run their hand over the cover and be like, thank you.
You're welcome.
And then we'll just tackle you and Glory with a giant hug.
That's
Glory aggressively hugs back, like enthusiastically. Is like, oh.
The harder you hug Tish back, the harder Tish will also hug you back. And Tish is very strong.
yeah. So I'll be like,
Okay,
"Oh my
okay,
God,
all right, okay.
Luna starts getting a little bit purple.
Oh, we're sorry. We did not mean to squish you.
That's okay. I'm glad you like it.
Yes.
And I'll just go upstairs and pack my stuff.
And Tish will go find Alma and be like, Alma.
She quickly like puts the letters away. What's going on?
We got snacks in town. They're
What
our
did you get?
favorite. They're our favorite. But we wanted to make sure you got one.
Yes,
And
please.
just holds out the basket. They're chocolate covered pretzels.
May I? She kind of takes the basket and, oh my gosh.
They're our favorite snack.
I can have one?
Of course. Why would we
She-
offer if we didn't want you to have one?
She reaches in and then hands it back to Tish, and so that we can do this correctly. It's been so long since I've had one of these. You're the best. Thank you so much.
Aw. Thank you. You're welcome. We don't really know how to answer that.
Both is fine. I thanked you. You thanked me for calling you the best. You're getting better at this.
We're trying.
I know. You're
It's-
doing well.
It's been a good day.
Good. We need
And it-
those.
And it's nice not to have to hide.
Yeah. For right now, it is.
And I think that is where we are going to call it for our break. We are at 1:30, so we will be back by 1:45, hopefully. Get up, stretch, use the restroom, get some water, get a snack. Goodness knows, most of us are probably pretty hungry by now.
Sorry. Now I want chocolate covered pretzels.
I can't make that happen, unfortunately.
I know.
But get some rest and stretch and take care of yourselves, and we will be back in about 15 minutes. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry we're late. We were insulting the gods in a staggering display of hubris, but we're back now and ready to continue along in our story. When we left for break, we'd finished an impromptu shopping session in the chancel. As a DM, I have to admit, I actually like when the players go and do some shopping and do all of that sort of thing. I kind of expected the capitalist utopia of Laketown to be where they did it, full of shops that have literally everything, but they wanted to shop in the tiny town that had 3 whole merchants, and here we are. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the actual road part of this episode because I'm not changing the title retroactively. The caravan is bearing about 3 wagon loads of wheat, soybeans, and other sort of crop staples that they are bringing both to market and to the keep. There's 1 wagon that will stay behind at the keep itself, and the other 2 will continue on to Laketown. They are more than happy to have 5 Point Strike sort of ride along with them. Having an adventuring party is certainly not a bad thing on the road between the keep and Laketown, as sometimes stuff happens. The ride between the chancel and the keep, however, is pretty idyllic. It's a beautiful day. There's a bright shining sun overhead with a few clouds, and it's peaceful. Being in the forbiddance of the chancel means that unless you have a token, it's not like you're waiting along the road to waylay travelers. So it's a pretty idyllic and peaceful sort of ride. It takes about most of the day, what's left of the day anyway, to get from the chancel itself down to the keep. The wagon that is specific to the keep, which has a few more completed food staples as far as that goes, some rations and that sort of thing, as opposed to just sort of raw goods, sort of drops off and is taken in by one of the soldiers at the keep, and they start distributing that into the larder and whatnot. And several members of the guard pause to sort of look at 5 Point Strike and note, these relatively important personages that are passing through. Given that the last time 5 Point Strike was down by the keep, there were 2 very angry ancient dragons that were right behind them, and there was, for lack of a better term, a firefight. Is there anything that anyone would like to do at the keep, or do we want to move on to the sort of the next morning when the caravan heads south towards Laketown?
Road trip, baby.
Did anyone catch Robin up on the shopping trip you guys took?
Oh shit, no. So, Robin, I wanted to get Pearl of Power, but really expensive there.
Okay, they're expensive. They're expensive in the open markets. I guarantee you, right outside and around Nabiri, they're a little bit easier to come by.
Oh.
you see, there's just more reason for people to need such things around the Elven lands. But what were they asking for?
800 gold.
Good gods. I might have been able to get that to 600, but knowing the merchants around here, maybe not. But are you worried about your spell casting energy for the day?
Yeah, last time we fought against those dragons, I could have used one of those back.
Well, a while back, Glory made me this. This ring is a ring of spells refueling. It's pretty much like a pearl of power for your finger.
Oh.
It does the same thing. And I only really needed it to make sure I could send enough sendings in a day, but with these stones that Tish gave me, soon I'll be able to make better connections without that. And, well, would you like to hold on to this?
Can I borrow that?
Absolutely, buddy.
Just thank you. Thank you so much, Robin.
Anytime, Moonchild.
It's
And
just
so
that-
you go ahead.
It's just that last time we fought, I could have done more if I had something like this. And
Nunes,
yeah.
you did more than anyone could have asked of anyone. You did more without the use of magic than some of the best mages out of Nabiri would have come up with. But if it helps, makes you feel safer and stronger, hold on to this ring, meditate on it for a while, and you'll find that it will give you some power back.
Thank you, Robin. It's not just about me. It's just that I just want to keep you all safe.
We'd all love it if everything was safe and the world didn't put us in these dangers, but if I'm going to go out and face the worst odds, I'm really glad you're at my back.
Yeah. I'm glad you have my back too.
I'll try not to rush in so hastily next time.
Yeah, please don't.
I'll noted.
And what is this caravan? Like a train or?
It's several wagons.
Oh, wagons.
Pulled by horses.
Okay.
There are two wagons that are loaded full of bushels of wheat and barrels of soybeans and that sort of thing. There's one that's carrying people that I assume that folks are sitting in or on. And then there was one that was some raw foodstuffs and some like finished goods as far as like breads and that sort of thing that were sent down to the keep for their provisions. That just kind of tagged along.
And are we all riding in the same wagon then, or should we?
Yeah, there's only one wagon that, I mean, you can sit on other wagons, but the actual interior is full of stuff, so there's not really room to sit and hang out as far as that goes.
Okay, so I all right, then I'm all riding in the same wagon seems fine then. I didn't know if we were providing protection, so we needed somebody in the rear wagon keeping watch and the front wagon or something like that.
On the way to the keep, not really. Being in the Forbiddens makes it difficult for most groups of ne'er-do-wells to sort of access it in the first place. Without having a token, you're not really standing in the forbiddance all that long to be, lying in wait. Especially with, not clockwork timing as far as getting individuals to and from the caravans and the like.
Well, then maybe when we are passing the keep, Robin might suggest we're heading into areas where there might actually be threat, and if our benefit to this trade party is a little bit of extra protection, maybe we should sit someone on the rear guard.
I don't have. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna do that because I had a pretty good passive perception.
Okay, well then, Lunez, you want to keep watching the back?
Yeah, we can do that.
Fantastic. And how far does your telepathy work? Would we all be in range of your telepathy if you needed to just like let us know, hey, something's coming, I see something?
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
The head caravan would probably be further away than 30 feet, so you might just have to yell for us then.
Yeah, it's
I'll-
30 feet.
I'll take a spot like in the middle of the caravan, and keep watch. And that way,
Okay.
if something bad comes up from that section, Lunas can just beat me.
Yeah.
All right, so we have eyes up front, eyes in the rear, and a mid guard there. So I suppose then that leaves Alma, Tish, and Robin riding up front, or do either one of y'all want to join the rear guard?
I can stay up front.
Robin will definitely stay up front. Passive on Robin is 15, so I was going to stay up there.
All right.
Passive perception anyways.
Fish will kind of just float.
Sure.
In
Not literally,
dragon
right?
form,
Not,
or
no, float like she'll spend some time in the front, some time in the back, just kind of keeping an eye out everywhere.
Gotcha. That makes significantly more sense.
Oh, and as we leave the chancel, Robin will pull a cloak from his bag, and in the absence of me having an actual cloak to put on, I'm going to put a scarf over my head. But Robin will pull a cloak from his bag, and you see he pulls the hood up over his head and like runs his fingers over the trim of it, and it's just a black piece of cloth originally, but as he does that motion, it turns into this like dull brown, kind of muddy looking cloak that he's wearing now. Robin has put on a cloak of many fashions. That was among the things he asked to be fetched from Dawn's Harbor for him. So with a bonus action, I can change the way that it looks. So he just made it look all ratty and tattered as they ride up front. So Robin is not the target if anyone's scoping us out. There he goes.
So the road that leads between the keep and Laketown is probably a day and a half, 2 days journey by wagon. It's doable faster, certainly, but generally most aren't going to push their horses that hard and trying to keep a decent pace. Along the road, there are 4 way stations, each about a half day travel, that are dedicated to the goddess Edea, who in particular is noted for being a patron goddess of merchants and traders. Her mark is essentially left on these way stations, and they're open to everyone, and sort of they're known as communal spaces, and they're often used by travelers as they make their way down this road. The morning that the caravan takes off from the keep and heads south, is a bit overcast. There's a few more clouds. It's still a relatively cool day as we're in spring rampant at the moment. But it's not overly cold to anyone, and the wind is being fairly mild. So it's not a particularly rough travel. The other members of the caravan, the merchants that are sort of leading and driving, mostly keep to themselves. This is a trip they make dozens of times a year, and they sort of just make their way through. They certainly will speak and converse if others choose to do so, but they're not seeking out conversation. They're not asking a bunch of questions of the travelers that are with them. It's just sort of, this is work and we're on our commute and this is how that goes.
I'm completely picturing I'm picturing a Lunez and Glory messaging back and forth. Hey, look at that cool tree, or oh, look at the bird over there and stuff like that. I'm totally picturing a complete patter back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely do that. Is that a dragon? No, it can't be a dragon. No, I don't know. What is that?
I think it's an eagle.
It's an eagle. Okay.
All right. Why doesn't everybody go ahead and give me a perception check?
Oh, yeah.
Time to roll dice, baby.
19 for Tish.
That came to a 24 on Robin.
I got a natural 20. So that makes for a 23.
I got a 9. Almost distracted.
Buy coffee.
Apparently.
I got a 13. I rolled a natural 1, but then a 6 on the lucky roll. I'm a little bit distracted because of the eagle dragon.
So as the caravan moves south and everyone is sort of keeping a watch and taking a look at things, the road itself winds around the lake for which Laketown was named. And you can see some larger creatures out in the water of the lake. When I say lake, I guess I should probably clarify that we're probably talking more like Great Lakes size, like Michigan or Superior, than a smaller body of water that others might be used to. Having grown up in Chicago, I keep thinking of lake as Michigan, and that's just what a lake is. And I'm often told that that's not actually the case in most parts of this world. So when I say lake, think large body of water. Off to the west, however, on your right side as you're headed south, Lunez, you will notice a couple of trenches almost being dug in the land. And those who beat a 15 will notice these as well. They look almost like they're lines that are like what a mole or a digging creature might leave, but they're much bigger than you would think of a mole or other small critter sort of digging underground. These would have to be left by something like horse-sized digging underground. They're probably 200 or 300 yards away, at least from the caravan, and they don't seem to be coming much closer. But several of the members of the caravan will also notice and sort of be a little bit more on guard.
Okay. Does everybody else see those trenches up there? I'll just message that to Gloriosa and
Well, I see them. How far away is the head of the caravan?
The caravan itself stretches probably about 100 feet in length, all told, with
I
gaps
have
in between
lost
things.
the entirety of my audio.
Oh, that's a problem.
oh, no.
Okay, say that again, DM.
The caravan itself probably stretches about 100 feet from tip to tail, with gaps in between the various wagons and such. It's
Okay.
not a particularly big caravan, but they're not like grouped tightly together either.
And did you say we could see somebody digging these trenches, or are they just sort of there?
You're just sort of, you can see the trenches themselves, the sort of disturbance on the surface, like continuing to move, but you don't see whatever is doing it is clearly underground.
Like
Okay.
a trimmer style situation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Glorious is gonna go ahead and message Robin up at the front, like, hey, heads up. I don't know if you see those trenches being dug, but maybe keep an eye out and make sure that they don't come closer to the road.
You know, I see them. Robin will message back. I see them. They give me a few guesses and none of the guesses are good. So how fast can Orion run? Can we have our little bunny boy scout those for us? I say
gonna-
that to you, Glory.
I'm gonna relay that message back over to Lunas then.
Let me check. Ooh, it's pretty fast.
If Orion could keep pace with the caravan and go scout that for us and return to us, relaying the messages back to Robo, not a bad idea.
And I'm gonna be like, hey, Orion, do you mind if you go over there to see what's in the trenches?
Orion sort of looks over and nods and will like hop off and start darting out into the space in between.
Okay. And I'll just use my thing to see what Orion sees.
Okay. So as you watch as Orion's movement heads out there, give me a stealth check for Orion.
Oh,
So that'll be at +5.
Orion has a +5. Damn. Oh, that's +5, 24.
Okay. So Orion is able to get pretty darn close to these trenches, and as he does, it's clear that they are very large disturbances of Earth. When I was saying earlier that they're probably like a horse-sized creature underneath, it's definitely a large creature burrowing not too far under the surface, because it's clear that these trenches are sort of popping up above them. If you want to give me a nature check, you can do so to try and figure out what these things might be.
Nature check. That's strength. Wisdom, right? So that's a +2.
Nature is intelligence.
Oh, intelligence. Ew. Okay. Oh, that's a 2. So -4. Shit. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Nice.
-4, so 16.
Okay. So, given the size of the disturbance on the surface and the way that it moves, you are reasonably sure that this would have to be a land shark. Probably more than one.
Too soon. Okay. Is there like, are they heading our way or are they heading?
They don't seem to have noticed the caravan.
Okay.
They don't have, that their ability to sort of sense prey on the surface is not a particularly long range ability.
Mhm.
So as long as nothing gets too close, it's unlikely that they'll suddenly head for the caravan. On the other hand, if they do head for the caravan, it's going to be a bad day.
Okay. So I'll just. Is there anything weird about those, or are they just they're just being land sharks?
Yep, they appear to just be land sharks at the moment.
Okay. So I'll just keep Orion there for the second, and I'm just gonna point back to Gloriosa and relay all this message that I just see. So remember the land shark we met a couple of weeks ago? There are land sharks right over there. I don't think they have sensed that we are danger, or I don't know what they're planning, but as far as I know, right now there are calm land sharks. And I'll just relay that to Gloriosa. Is Gloriosa here?
Audio.
Oh, sorry, I was having audio issues. Can you repeat what you said?
Oh, that I see land sharks. And
Oh, snap.
yeah, and right now they're calm and they don't sense our presence. They're waiting for prey, probably, but we're safe for now.
Okay. So Glorios is going to go ahead and convey that up to Robin, and also add, like, maybe you can check with the head of the caravan and make sure they have like a strategy for keeping them calm. I don't know. Do they eat cookies?
Everybody likes cookies. Everyone and everything likes cookies. And good point. I'll just tell the head of the caravan that via telepathy.
Okay.
That was meant to be passed up to Robin from me.
Yeah, because
okay. You say that to Robin. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was afraid it was going to be. And so Robin will turn to the head of the caravan and say, just as a heads up, we have. What did we say, that these were on the right side of the caravan?
Yes, they're on the west side of they're off in the area in between the mountains and the road itself.
All right, so I lean up towards the man driving the wagon we're riding in right now. Just a heads up, there seems to be land sharks to the west. Just make sure that you have a plan in place to stop and hunker down if they catch our scent or catch wind of us. Do we have an alternative route for these kind of situations? He's asking.
Well, given the location, on the east we've got the lake, So unless you're a particularly strong swimmer, we're just going to have to hope they don't notice us. You think it's worth finding one of the way stations quicker rather than later and hoping that they move on?
I say it's best to not delay. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it just in case. And so Robin will relay back to Glory. Can you or Lunez just make that pack of land sharks your whole focus for a while? We need to know exactly if and when they catch sight of us. Meanwhile, those of us up front will keep scanning the horizon.
Yes, I can do that. And Gloriosa will also convey that to Luna. It's like, hey, so Robin suggests keeping all of your eyes on the land sharks, and just maybe make sure we have advance notice if they decide to notice us.
Okay, I will do that. And
You don't have to warg through Orion for Orion to stay close to them, right? He could still like telepathically let you know, yo, even if you're not warging, right?
I don't know. I can actually, communicate 100 feet with Orion, but I don't know if.
So I don't think you have to actively be warging for him to just telepathically let you know, hey, land sharks are moving.
Okay, so I'll just say that to Orion, and if anything happens, let me know that they're moving or they're gonna attack or whatever. And if anything starts doing like that, I'll just summon Orion back to me.
Fantastic.
Orion indicates that they're clearly on the move, but they don't seem to be heading in any way towards the road.
Okay.
So
I'll just relay that to Gloriosa. This is fun.
The weirdest back and forth.
Yeah, this is the weirdest back and forth. So they're moving, but they're moving not close to us right now.
Do I have to tell Robin that, or do you think he already knows?
Robin has already given the.
Oh no, Gloriosa is like going back to Luna. Is like, do you think I need to pass that on to Robin, or do you think he already knows?
Well, I don't know, but it would be helpful if you say
right.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Glorious is going to go ahead and message Robin, and at this point she's getting a little like bored and annoyed with the telephone game. Yeah, so like I don't know if message has like a vocal tone, but if it does, I'm pretty sure Robin knows that tone. Glorious is getting bored.
Well, okay, and then Robin will just respond, I've already told the caravan leader to keep full speed ahead. We'll try to make it to Laketown as fast as we can and get off this road. All right, so we're just still trucking, keeping an eye on those land sharks.
all right. Why doesn't everybody give me one more perception check?
Life's a garden, dig it.
Okay.
What's the point of having this kind of passive perception if I have to keep rolling dice? This is bullshit, DM.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, that one's not as good. It's an 11.
7.
6.
Is that for me or Orion?
Both,
It would be me, right?
but Orion can take advantage on his.
Okay, so for me is 26, and for
Nice.
Orion is 10.
Okay.
And Robin got a 19 on his.
So Robin and Lunez will see this. Orion, Alma, Tish, and Gloriosa, not so much. So Lunez has been noting, eagles and such in the sky above them. but notices that one is starting to move down towards the ground, looking like it's probably diving for prey.
Ah, shit.
But as it heads toward the ground, you realize that it was actually a lot further away than you thought it was.
It's massive.
And it is much, much bigger. As it swoops down and starts to finally descend close enough to the ground, you realize that this thing is gargantuan in size. It's probably a 200-foot wingspan and a massive, massive bird.
Whoa. Okay.
And as it swoops down, it literally plunges its claws into the ground as one of the tunnels and plucks a land shark up and out like it was grabbing a fish.
Well, shit.
Land sharks are large, right?
Are large creatures, yes.
Oh, so this thing, holy
When I said gargantuan, that was its size class.
Ah.
That was not a descriptive term.
Since Robin and Lunez both can see this thing, can we make a nature
You
check
are
to see?
absolutely capable of making a nature check to
Right.
see what
What the
that
hell
might be.
this is? What's my nature?
Ooh, that was unfortunate.
I kind
Yeah,
of need
Robin-
to know if they eat humans. Like that's all I really, or half elves.
Robin rolled a total of 7 on that nature check.
I rolled
Oh,
It's
lucky.
a bird.
Yeah,
It's
luck
a
point,
big
luck
bird.
point, reroll. I'm gonna see if I get a lucky guess on it. Actually, is that? Yeah, it's an ability check.
Yep, it is an ability check.
That time it was a 16.
Okay, Lunez, how about you?
17.
Wait, 14.
So, Robin, you will guess that this is probably a rock. Lunez, this is definitely a rock, and it is absolutely carnivorous and will eat all manner of critter. These sorts of birds used to fight dragons.
And that's when Robin will tap the head of the caravan and say, "Must go faster. Must go faster."
Yep. So that's a rock. I'll just relay it to anybody that could hear that. And if if one of those rocks gets near to us, I'm just gonna try to use prestidigitation to make the sound of a dragon like far away from us.
Okay.
So is Luna's like shouting this out or calling to or telepathizing to Glory or what?
Yeah, I'll do that via telepathy.
Luna's, that's not a rock, that's a bird.
No, that's the name of the bird. I think it's spelled differently than a rock. Is it? I don't know.
It's R-O-C is how it's spelled.
ROC. Yeah,
I, the player, know that, but also Gloriosa
I
got
didn't
like a
know.
6 on her perception.
Okay. No, it's spelled differently because it's ROC, not with the K. But that's the name of the type of massive bird. But anyway,
Okay.
if it's trying to get to us, maybe we should go faster. And I'll try to do whatever I can to point it to a different location so it doesn't get us.
So Robin gets a decidedly less bored message, like we need to go faster. Can we go faster? We need to go faster. It's a bird, but it's a rock.
He messages back. That's exactly what I thought it was. Thanks for the confirmation. So he says to the caravan driver,
How does everyone know about this with me?
as fast as your animals will go, we need to get to the next way station, to the next point of safety right now. And he turns to Alma and Tish and says, "All right, that's a bird that's not afraid to fight dragons. That's a rock." He's almost positive that Tish will know what a rock is, but he'll say that
Yes,
is
they are
a
very
bird."
unfortunate creatures.
Ish, give me a history check.
Okay. That is a 16.
Tish, you will actually recognize that particular rock. That one is known as Sparkwing among dragons, and it is very old and is arguably larger than Bruce.
Okay.
It is known to hunt in and around the mountains where you keep your hoard, and you've probably dodged its notice on more than one occasion.
So Tish will look at this rock and just kind of stare at it for a moment. And all of the boisterous energy that they have been carrying all day is all gone. And you see the Tish that you normally see, the very stoic, serious, focused tiefling. We should go.
All right. Is the
That-
caravan driver doubling the pace at this point?
The caravan driver looks over at Robin and says, if we make too much faster speed, we may attract the attention of the land sharks with the amount of tremors we'll put through the ground.
Then I'm leaving this to you. Go as fast as we can safely. We need to stay at the quickest clip we can without attracting any more attention. But if I let you know we've been noticed, book it for hell.
Okay. I got a plan. And this is Robo's plan.
And Tish will go up to Luna's
Mhm.
and we'll say, Luna's,
Yes.
I have seen the way that you work with creatures.
Okay. You want me to talk to
This-
this?
I don't think any amount of talking will do anything for us. That is, you said his name is Sparkwing?
Sparkwing. At least that's what the dragons call it.
That particular rock
Mhm.
is known amongst dragons as Sparkwing,
Mm-hmm.
and he is a rock that I am particularly familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
And I am always having to dodge and avoid.
Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. So not talk to them then.
No. And I know that he looks big from here, but he's actually bigger than Bruce. So my particular advice is let's avoid at all costs.
Okay, I got a plan. I'll need to go to talk to Elma then. Okay, and I'll just drop down out of the back of the caravan, and I'll go to the front of them and go to Elma. Elma, do you know by any chance the flora of this parts, like the trees of this around this parts?
I don't know. DM, would she?
Give me a nature check.
Meanwhile, Gloriosa is probably like bugging the crap out of Robin. Like, why aren't we going faster? What is going on? Why are we not going faster? We need to go faster, Robin.
We're in a bad situation here. The faster we go, yes, the quicker we get to some place of safety, but the faster we go, the more noise we make for the land sharks, who are already wanting to run away from the rock. We don't want to give them something to run towards.
So it seems like Physical Dice and D&D Beyond are both fucking with me today. So that would be a 7.
So you are aware that there are trees here, also plants and animals.
Alma is majorly distracted today, y'all. I'm just imagining she's just kind of like,
She's into her
half,
coffee.
like-
She's got a never-ending coffee, and she is into it.
Oh, speaking of coffee, roll me a d20, Alma. For your coffee.
Literally lost in the sauce.
Oh,
I'm gonna try a different D20.
Do it.
Slightly better, it's a 12.
Okay. The coffee continues to flow.
Yay!
Wait, what?
The coffee, if Alma rolls a 1 on a d20, just refuses to come out for an hour.
How rude.
Oh, cranky Alma.
How
Okay.
That's why
rude.
Tish told Alma to wish really hard.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Gloriosa is like, okay, so we just need do they go toward Tremors? To Robin?
The land sharks will.
And the rock is after the land sharks, right?
Yes.
Currently, yes.
So if we make Tremors happen away from us, the land sharks will go that way, and the rock's probably gonna go that way?
Oh, I hope you're thinking what I think you're thinking.
Big bada boom.
Explosion time?
Well, noisy time.
Noisy.
Glory, if you've got something you can do, if you've got something that'll pull them away, by all means, pull them away.
I have something that's really, really loud that I can put 60 feet away from us.
Okay. I think I can provide some cover for us. It's
Oh wait,
It's gonna
Lena
get
says he
weird.
can provide some cover, but it's gonna be weird. He can provide weird cover.
yeah.
Fireball reaches 150 feet.
Nope, that's just gonna bring him right on. It does not make a lot of thunder damage. I don't think that's just gonna be a very shiny flash to come chase. If you can drop something off the back of the caravan, maybe we could have it just 60 feet's awfully close. I don't know if that's just going to draw his attention and put us in sight lines, or draw their attention and put us in sight lines.
Okay. Okay, so here's the plan. Gloriosa, if they try to get near us, do the thing away from us. Alma, if they actually start attacking, get your fireballs ready.
My fireball is always ready.
Oh, I know that. Oh, no, it is. And I appreciate that. And I'll provide some cover. This is gonna get weird because this is my first time doing it. Okay, so I'll get down from the caravan and go
So
to
the caravan is currently moving. Are you hopping off while it is in motion, or are you trying to get the caravan to stop moving?
No,
Yeah, we're-
I'll keep it moving. I'll just drop by and go to the nearest tree that I can see.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll just focus all my energy and summon my star, just a star, and a big constellation appears behind the star, and it starts glowing, and all the light shines over me, and I start glowing too with the power of a star, and I'll just say to the tree and try to touch it, and I just say, I hope you like your friends, and I'm just gonna cast plant growth around us, around the caravan. So I'll just summon a bunch of trees around us, and they're thick and big, and they're gonna cover us all all the way through, and it's 100 feet radius. So I'll do that when the caravan goes through it. So it provides
Literal
some-
Disney princess.
literally
Luna's.
So
The literal
you tried to make a tree corridor.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So it's
Okay.
a wall of trees and vegetation, thick trees with tree C's. Thick.
Aha, tree seas. Got that.
Okay, it's got a 100-foot radius and all right. So there are a number of trees that have sort of been planted along the road and offer, shade and that sort of thing. It's not super like regular, but there have been a number of plants that are around. And so the trees immediately start to grow into a canopy that crosses over both sides of the road.
Mm-hmm.
The trees sort of interweave their branches, and for about 100 feet, you can see that the trees are starting to do this. And Lunez, roll me a D100, please.
D100. What's the other? Okay.
I'm guessing that now we can't see Sparkwing anymore, right?
No.
Oh, I don't like that feeling.
It's a 0, 0, and a 6, so 6.
So 6. Okay, so as your magic reaches sort of its maximum range and the plants start to grow, you feel a sensation sort of move through your limbs of a sort of a magical tingling that sets all of your hair on its end and gives you all sorts of goosebumps. And everyone in the party will be able to see a flash of starlight for just a moment burst from where Lunez is standing as the trees on both sides of the road, for as far as you can see, start to form a canopy over the road itself. It
That is
looks like
amazing.
the plant growth is extended at least several miles in length.
Whoa.
What's that?
Lunez, how are you gonna get? Gloriosa messages him. Lunez, how are you gonna get back up here?
I didn't expect this to become this powerful. Okay. And I'll just, really shocked, turn into the most, into a war horse, into a horse again. A war horse. And I'll just go right over the side of the caravan and jump in.
Okay. So you're easily able to catch up to the caravan, sprinting essentially in your horse form, and catch up. As you do, you can see that the canopy seems to be thick enough it will probably block out like rain and elements as well as just vision, as trees are just growing in massive amounts and stretching across the road, which itself is wide enough to hold 2 or 3 wagons wide. So it's very noticeable that this is magically enhanced growth for these trees.
So, in theory, wings that are like 100 feet each probably make some noise.
Oh yeah.
So, Glory is listening for any kind of sound of like trying to keep an eye on where the where the bird is, or keep an ear, I guess, on where the bird is.
And Robin up at the front with the advanced squad is gonna just be saying, well, he did it, and now we just wait.
Okay. So I turn back into Lunas, and as soon as I turn back, I just start chuckling because okay. Good. Maybe you can just get back here, and I'll just snap my fingers and I summon Orion back.
Orion sort of pops out next to Lunez on the wagon.
Thank you so much, Orion, for letting me know. Orion says that the bird is flying away with one of the land sharks, and I think they're mad at the trees. So, yikes! Oops.
Who's mad at the trees?
The giant bird.
The bird is mad about trees.
Yeah, because I probably made it tougher for them to get some land sharks and get dinner. I don't know, maybe, but it's safe for us. It's just flying away.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
I didn't either, to be fair.
I didn't know I could do that.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
It was very handy work you did, Lunez.
Are we all together, or are we still up in the front wagon where they can't hear us or see us or all that stuff?
I assume that you are all able to sort of come together as the caravan has sort of gotten closer together with all of the goings on that is happening.
Right. So gathering together. I don't know what you did, Moonchild, but I'm just very glad you did it.
8 hours, you enriched the land. Yeah, I didn't expect to do that. I think I am watching a lot of stars, and I just hope it helped.
Did Orion say whether the land sharks are still? I mean, they must have scattered, right?
Probably they did, because they were being attacked, which is, well, it's safer for us, but I kind of feel sorry for the land sharks a little bit.
Orion sort of nods and indicates that the tunnels that he was able to see on the surface sort of disappeared, and probably the other land sharks went down to make it harder for the rock to get them.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, it's now safer for us because the land sharks are hiding.
This is why I don't come outside of the city. This is why I hate it when we come outside of the city. They have a bird that's a rock that's huge out here.
Could be worse. It could be a desert sandstorm that tears your flesh off in seconds.
Thank you, Sunshine.
They do that?
Yes, that's a thing.
This is why I don't go camping without Sobus.
I miss Sobus.
I miss Sobus too.
Big thing.
Okay, so I didn't get to make anything explode. What can you do?
I mean, you can still do that.
I'm not going to track them back up to the surface.
Okay.
So we're just stuck riding through this corridor of trees, hoping that the things that we can't see on the other side anymore are still leaving us behind. I look at the caravan driver, or Robin looks at the caravan driver and says, so about how far to that way station? How far out are we?
Should be coming up on it any minute. I figure this is about as far as we normally go in a day or so. Make the stop here and get into Laketown tomorrow.
All right, keep your head on a swivel, guys, just in case. But any minute we should be out of this danger.
It takes probably 20 or 30 minutes, all of which ridden underneath this canopy that doesn't quite allow a whole lot of light into it. If it were a sunnier day, you might see some dappling through the leaves, but on an overcast day, it's definitely a lot darker on the road than it used to be. But the trees slowly but surely start to not uncanopy, so to speak, but it's clear that the limitations of the magic have hit. And as the trees sort of resume their usual by the side of the road placement, you can see one of the way stations coming up. The way station itself is made of a couple of larger buildings, and it is known that the upkeep is the responsibility of the travelers that use it. It's understood sort of generally, as the caravanners will let you know, that you try and make sure that you leave it in at least as good a condition as you walked up to it, and hopefully everybody else does the same, and so on. They're not upkept by a government or something like that. The way station itself is almost empty. There's only one small wagon in one of the smaller buildings off to the side. It looks like it's a family that's traveling. It's a pair of half-elves, 2 young men, and it looks like a small child with them. And they have a small, what is obviously a traveling wagon, so to speak. So it's got goods in it, but it also has, family equipment and bedding and that sort of thing. And they've, bedded down and are sort of relaxing around a small fire by this campsite. And as the caravan pulls in, can everybody give me a quick perception check?
It's an 18 for Robin.
15.
12.
You're
I just said Jesus Christ because my roll is crap. I got a 5.
okay.
I got a 23.
I'm telling you, why do I have to roll this, Tim?
And Robin?
18.
Okay. And with that, that's where we're going to go ahead and call the session for the day.
Okay. We just did
Don't even get to know
a
what
perception check and we didn't know what.
I'll
Damn
let
it,
you know
Strike.
at the beginning of the next session what you see.
All right, fair enough.
Ugh.
Rude.
So we didn't even get a chance to jump off the wagons and get ready to bed down for the night. We just are pulling up, roll, and
Yeah.
stand by.
Yep.
Please stand by.
So we're going to call it here. Thank you, everyone, for coming along and letting us tell the story with you. It's always a great pleasure of mine to be able to work with this cast and tell stories here. And we look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks. May the 15th will be our next episode. Obviously, there's plenty of other content here and other places that you can find, and we'll go around the circle here in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and let you know that D4 is on tonight. You definitely don't want to miss it. It has been a wild ride for the BFGs of late, and I know that there's probably even more in store this evening.
And they got
also-
a new druid.
Yep, they have a new Circle of the Stars
Circle of
druid.
Stars.
I'm not going to say that Utharia is setting precedent for D4 by having Elion first and by having a Circle of Stars druid first. I'm just going to leave it there for all of you to make that conclusion on your own.
Go.
The GR crew is where we're going to raid to here in a minute. They are raising money for Extra Life. I was on there Friday evening and did a wagon wheel game, which was a lot of fun. They're doing a great job, and they always do such fantastic work for charity and just in general. So let's go ahead and run around the circle real quick. We're going to start with Miss Jessica, and we'll go back the way we came.
All right, I am Jessica Skellington. I think I jumped the gun and gave you guys all of my deets earlier. So you can find me around the webs, the Twitters and the Instagrams at Jessica Skell. Find me here every other Sunday playing your favorite snarky elf. I will not be here on the 15th, and nor will I be on What Streams May Come on May 14th. I will be going out of town for my little sister's wedding. So I will see you guys again the next time we air. And yeah, thank you guys so much for showing up today, and we will see you soon.
All right. And Blaze of Gloriosa Trieste.
Hello, I am Blaze of Gloriosa, also known as Trieste. I am on a streaming hiatus on my own channel, so just follow me on Twitter at Blaze of Gloriosa to see what I'm up to. I've been appearing in like a smattering of other channels, so that's a lot of fun. I don't have anything announceable in the works right now, so I'm just here every other Sunday, and then on Twitter I'll probably give deets as I have them.
All right. Miss Barbara.
Hey, that's me. Hey, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Baz Vet. I am the CEO of Chaotic Tiefling Productions, and I am one of the producers over here at D4. And I guess I'll be stepping in for Jess for What Streams May Come, since she's gonna be like having fun at a wedding and stuff. Which I'm really excited because we're doing one of my favorite shows. And we got things in the works over here. It's been a little slow getting everything up and running, but trust me, we have so much happening behind the scenes to get new content to you guys, both on the CT side and the D4 side. So just keep your eyes out because we're super excited. And I guess I can go ahead and announce that D&D Surprise Party is coming back to Chaotic Tiefling.
Oh, yay.
On the 12th, right, Finn? The 12th?
Yes, the 12th.
Yes.
May 12th.
It's going to be a little bit different than it's been in the past. So you definitely don't want to miss it. It's going to be a ride.
And based on the nature of D&D Surprise Party, we're not allowed to tell you who's going to appear. So please show up to see who's going to appear. But if you have been following Chaotic Tiefling and What Streams May Come and all of the interconnected auxiliary shows, you probably will see some very familiar and very popular faces over there. We got some good folks playing this game this time around. Trust me.
Love Surprise Party. Love it.
Yes. It's going to be fun. So.
All right. And well, Master Finn, as long as you are talking, do you want to speak up a little bit louder and then...
Oh, my goodness. My mic just wants to be very persnickety today, but
just hold it up.
I will compensate.
Just project.
Hey, all you out there in internet land. This is Finnegan Archer, your Bloodhaven Bard. You can find me at the Twitters, at Bloodhaven Bard. Also, co-hosting What Streams May Come with Babs the Bat, May 14th, Saturday. In the meantime, the in-between time, be good to each other. Be super sweet, be super smooth, be super sexy.
What have I done?
Nothing.
Why did I give you this power? Why?
Robo,
classy.
please save us.
Hell, it me, Robo Goblin. I don't know how you expect me to save you all. But you can find me at TTRP Gifts on Twitter and on Twitch. And in 30 minutes, I'm going to be in Paradise Productions for a new show that is The Arcane Quandaries of Strixhaven. And I'm going to be playing a buff owling, and whose name is Alberto. So you can find me there in 30 minutes. And
you had your Encanto stream.
We had the Encanto stream yesterday, and it was
excellent.
such a blast. The cast was Oh,
And they all looked
Amazing.
amazing too,
they
on
they
top of it.
they were all super amazing, and whew, that was really something else. And it kind of make me emotional to just have all these Latinas in the same spot and just play. But you can also find me on Dreadful Tales on Tuesday, and it's the penultimate episode, and it's wild, and it's spooky and horror. So just be mindful of that. And that's me.
All right, and I am Striped Red Kite. You can find me at striped_red kite all over the place. I'm mostly around here-ish, but I mod all over the place. We're going to raid out to GR Crew. Please send them all of our love and affection. They are wonderful folks. Thank you all for being here, and we will see you in 2 weeks.